Hi, and welcome back. I am joined here with my friend Brenda from the library right here in Pahrump. Welcome, Brenda.
Thank you.
And we have a lot of books out here on the table today. So tell me what's going on in the library and what this is all about.
Well, I brought books for summer reading. Summer's almost over, but
Okay.
I'm sure people are still reading.
Sure.
So I brought some that we have. I also brought some that I think they'll show later about crafts and
Okay.
barbecuing and preserving now that we have gardens going, and all different kinds of crafts, making things, painting, quilting, some things for the men about putting together outdoor furniture.
So a lot of great books. A lot of great
Yes.
books. I think the to-do books are important, especially in this economy for people to be able to do some things themselves. Do it at
True.
home,
Yeah.
whether it's canning or preserving things or building things. A lot of folks go online to find out this information. But you know what? You can save a heck of a lot of printer paper if you go down and get the book. You can just open the book up,
True.
put it beside you when you're doing the project. I know myself, I did something yesterday and it was on the computer, and then I needed instructions to do it, but I had to have the computer off. So if I had a book that I could have gotten for the library, I could have done a lot better. So
Books are never going to go out of style.
books are never going out of style. And we've got some books for the kids here. Let's start
Yeah.
with that. Tell me about what you've got going on for the kids.
Well, I have had a summer program going, which I applied for a grant from the state, and with that grant I am able to purchase some books. So
Okay.
we have a lot of new books for the children. I complete series books for them, and then for the younger kids, we've got what we call easy readers.
Okay.
The Baby Mouse has been very popular with the younger grades,
Yeah.
like third grade through fifth. She has a whole series. And then this book here has been very popular.
And which one's that? That's
Artemis Fowl. This is like the 8th one in that series.
okay.
But we try real hard to stay on top of the series books for the kids, because I don't know about you. If I start a series, I want to read it all.
Right.
I don't want it to be missing, something along the way. So we have to keep up with those.
Do you have a lot of kids in this day and age where kids watch so much television, they're online so much? What do you do to pull the kids in, and do you have a regular following of children that you see over and over again? I mean, what's your take on that?
Yeah, we do, especially the younger children whose parents bring them. We see the same ones over and over. But that's partly why we have the summer reading club, is to get kids in. We advertise it here with you guys.
Sure.
We put it in the paper. We do our best to get the children in, and we have fun.
Right, and that's good. They need to come into a library. We used to go to libraries a lot when I was young, and it's a great place that I think is often overlooked by a lot of the kids that are out there today.
Yeah.
So to see kids in the library, it always makes me feel good. But we also have a lot of great stuff for the adults in the library too, and you've got some representation of adult books for adults here.
Yes, and we keep up with the most popular authors. They're on an automatic order, so
Okay.
we get those. The thing is, with the fiction books, the popular authors, people put them on the waiting list
Sure.
even before they're published
Oh,
and sent to
wow.
us. So we usually have a waiting list on those. But that's okay. If you have something you know is coming out and you want to read it,
Yeah.
just come down and get on the waiting list.
And you were telling me too, if you can't make it down, if they go to PaHrumpLibrary.com, that you can actually reserve a book there also?
That's true. They can look at our card catalog,
Okay.
and they can reserve books online.
Okay, so they can do that online.
Right.
They can come down to the library in person.
Right, and they can also see at that site what we have going on.
Okay.
It also has our activities on there, and they can check those out too.
So a little bit of everything there. Now, what else is happening out there at the library? It's summertime. It is definitely hot.
Well, it is.
We heard that you've had a little bit of a cool development out of the
Yes,
library.
we've had a very warm summer because our AC was not working properly.
Oof.
Over the years, we've put quite a bit of money into it, trying to repair it, until finally the board said it's time to replace it. We've been open 11 years. So, of course, it takes time to do this because
Sure.
the board has to okay it, and then we have to put it out for bid, and then they had to actually make the new condensers. 'Cause
Oh.
They don't just have them sitting on the shelf.
You would think.
So, we had to wait till those were made.
Did you use one of the
But-
how-to books?
Yes,
to
I'm
make-
sure we did.
See, worked perfectly.
Anyway, they put it in last Wednesday and Thursday, and this week they're kind of tweaking it, but it's finally cool again at the library.
So if you've been holding off going to the library because it's been a little warm, Brenda's saying, time to come
Come
back
and see
in.
us.
Come back in and check it out. You can see what books are there and everything. What tends to be, you're talking about what's popular for the kids right now. What's the most popular adult oriented book out there right now?
That would be hard to say because we have a lot of very popular authors.
Well, what do you think? What do you see a lot of that off the top of your head that you think?
Well, I know Patterson's very popular, but we have, like I say, we have a lot of popular authors. We have some, Janet Ivanovich is very popular with the
Okay.
women. She's a pretty clean writer, and it's also has some humor in it.
Okay.
In fact, she's my favorite.
All right.
So that's
I
probably
like
why I mention her.
I like, and I'm sure you've got some of his stuff there. I've always followed Dean Koontz. I love
Yeah.
his books.
His are a little different.
Very descriptive, though. Very descriptive, and I get involved with the characters. I've seen some of the books that they've turned into the movies, and the movies not so
Never
much
quite
so.
as good.
But the books, I've enjoyed that. I have a hard time reading a book all the way through without putting it down for a while, days or weeks, and coming back to it.
Oh, that's hard.
It's hard for me to do that, and then I forget where I am in the book, so I start back over at the beginning in sort of a vicious cycle. But I do enjoy coming in and reading periodicals. Do you have periodicals and
Yeah, we have
newspapers and
magazines
magazines in
you
there?
bet. Mhm.
So what newspapers can they come down and check out too in the
Well,
library?
the local newspapers,
Okay.
the Mirror and the Pahrump Valley Times.
All right.
And then we also have the RJ, the Wall Street Journal.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another one, I won't come to me right now. Yeah.
USA Today. I gotta ask you, and this is because I've never had the opportunity to really chat with someone that works at a library before, but I always remember when you go into the library and I want to read the newspaper, I have to read the newspaper on a giant piece of wood. It's on a piece of wood, and I somehow have to pick up the giant piece of wood because I think it's akin to going to a convenience store restroom where they give you a big brick to take to the bathroom with you. So I've got a piece of wood to read the paper. What's that all about?
We don't do that. We
You
did
don't do-
try it.
you tried
We
it?
tried it, but people don't like it. It's very
No.
cumbersome, so we don't do that. We
Good.
just lay them on the shelf, and you can take them to the table and open them up or sit in a
Thank you.
chair. Yeah.
Thank you.
Much
Another
easier.
reason to come and see you at the library because the wood just wasn't working
No,
for me to
it's
do
very
that.
hard to do.
What are some other things that people don't know about your library? Some things that you do that beyond the books and beyond the magazines and the newspapers. What other things can folks do at the library?
Well, we have basic computer classes that they can come in and sign up for. Those are taught by the Computer Users Group,
Okay.
who meets there. We have a book club that meets every third Tuesday of the month, and anyone's welcome to join that. That's an adult book club.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Shakespeare group
Ah.
that meets at the library.
Got my interest.
There's a knitters group. I think they've held off for the summer because of the heat, but they'll
Sure.
probably be coming back. You can come in and bring your crocheting and knitting and
Okay.
join them. There's various things, like I say, they can check that out online, or if they're in the library, they can pick up a pamphlet.
Okay.
But I have to tell you about what I'm having come up
What?
next
What's going
week
on?
for the little girls. We're doing a Fancy Nancy tea party. This is the first time we've had a tea party.
Can I come?
Can you
I come to the Fancy Nancy
You have to
tea
come
party?
in and
'Cause
personally
I can
sign
do the
up
tea.
and get your invitation.
Oh, well
We
then
have a
I'm.
limited amount of space. We have about 20 invitations left.
Oh.
So they have to personally come in and sign up. It's going to be Wednesday the 22nd from 1 to 2:30.
Okay.
And we're going to have
Fancy
food.
Nancy, uh-huh.
We're going to do crafts. We're going to read some Fancy Nancy
Fancy
books.
Nancy.
And we were asking them to come in all dressed up in
Okay.
their fanciest. And then we're going to have a parade through the library.
Oh, really?
Yes.
A parade through the library.
Yes.
I don't know if it's wide enough for the floats in the cars, but I hope you do well with that. You might
We'll be fine.
that new AC unit not in the way.
Right.
It's all right. Wow. Yeah, that's great. So the kids can come in and get involved. I love how you're bringing them back in. Now, Fancy Nancy here. It doesn't look like she can dance very well in her dress because the dress is sort of like, what is she, a mermaid?
Yeah, she's in a mermaid ballet in this book.
Which
She loves
their
fancy
positions aren't that
clothes.
good. They can't turn very much. And
You don't think so, huh?
no, I
Okay.
don't think so. But folks can find out about your classes, your books, your programs, your activities at PahrumPLibrary.com.
Correct.
Go on there and check that out, which is always a great resource. And what are your hours out there at the library?
Monday through Thursday, we're open 10 till 6.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday, 10 till 5.
Friday and Saturday, 10 to 5. And phone number real quick?
727-5930.
Okay, well, that's great. We got about 20 seconds left. Any last thing you want to get out there and tell the folks?
Well, just please come back now that we're cool and you can enjoy yourself in the library. We've missed a lot of our people
That's
because
it.
it's been warm.
That's it. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Great.
Okay.
Thank